back again. I know it's been a long time, but I feel it's very necessary to come on here and talk about what happened, right? We know what happened. Brandon Staley, Tom Telesco are out. This is not surprising to me at all. I'm somebody who has been talking about this for a long time. I feel like I was really one of the first ones on it. I was really one of the first ones actually talking about it and realizing it. And this thing has pretty much just deteriorated over time. I was really excited about Brandon Staley when he first got hired. Just thinking that we're gonna have a younger coach in town, right? A younger coach who kind of understands players and all of this type of stuff. I was very encouraged by him. I think the start that he got off to, that 4-0 start, the first year in 2021, that was excellent. I was very excited. I was at the Browns game. I was excited for everything, but things deteriorated very fast. And man, here we are. Here we are now, right? So this is not surprising to me. It's not surprising, and this honestly was overdue. It was overdue. I thought that this was going to happen after the Baltimore Ravens game. I thought it was inevitable at that point, but I mean, when you look at it, he had a lot of leeway. Brandon Staley had a lot of leeway, and he was pretty much allowed to coach this season into the ground. Um, I think this was a move. If this move was made after the Lions game, I think the Chargers maybe would still be in the playoff hunt, possibly. Not saying that they would do anything in the playoffs, but I think it could have been a possibility. But I mean, honestly, this season is a wash now. The all-in stuff is pretty much done, and the Chargers going to be looking for a new coach. So this is not surprising. This is not surprising. Nobody should be surprised by this. I was on this, and honestly, I think if Brandon Staley wants to get back in, coaching circles, right, head coaching circles, he's going to have to go back and pretty much start from. I don't want to say from scratch, but I think he's going to be at a position where he's a defensive assistant. I don't know if he'll go back down to being a position coach, but maybe like a defensive analyst or something like that. But he's going to have to work his way back up. I don't see anybody hiring him. He has made his mark on the defensive side of the ball, and the Chargers defense has been terrible since he's you know got to LA. And I don't know. I don't know. Things don't look great for him. Maybe he goes back to college. Maybe he I don't know. I really don't know. But we'll see what happens with that. I'm curious to see what his next move is, because I don't see him being the defensive coordinator of any team. I think if anybody hires him as the defensive coordinator, if any team hires him, they can expect more of the same. So I'm looking forward to what Brandon Staley's next move is. I'm very curious about that. That Max Boy $5 super chat. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Hardball Belichick. I'm gonna get to that right now. Blaze Smith, what's up, bro? Where you been? Missed your content. Thank you. Thank you. I've been gone. I told you guys about the health stuff that I had. I'm still like kind of dealing with that a little bit, but I'm actually running a business right now too, so that's why I have been gone. I haven't had the time to really um get online, make videos and edit and all that stuff. My time has been very, very, very filled with handling that stuff, and also with my kids and all that. So time really flies by. Like, by the time I get home from work, I look at the clock, it's like 8 o'clock, right? And it's like, okay, it's too late to do anything now. So time really flies by, and my schedule is pretty packed. So that's pretty much what I've been uh, doing, and that's why I've not been on YouTube. But I plan on getting back on here pretty soon. Um, I've just been planning on it like week after week, but it's just got away. So yeah, Rick Peterson, I'm never happy to see a guy get fired, but later, right? Denver Henderson, you've been wanting Harbaugh since last year. Yeah. So that Max boy, Harbaugh or Belichick, right? I am fully on Harbaugh. I do not want Belichick for several reasons, right? And I've been breaking it down. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, Pigskin _addicts. I've been breaking it down pretty much why I think Harbaugh is going to be the next coach of the Chargers. I think he's going to be the next coach of the Chargers, and to me, it makes complete sense. Number one, right? Bill Belichick. Everybody thinks that Robert Kraft is going to fire Bill Belichick outright. That's not going to happen. Robert Kraft signed Bill Belichick to an extension last year, so I believe he has like 3 or 4 more years on his contract. That's not going to happen, right? So you're going to have to give up draft capital for Bill Belichick. What can the Chargers not afford to give up at this point? Draft capital. They need every single draft pick that they have. The Chargers cannot afford to give up any draft capital. That cannot happen because 2024 is going to be a salary cap year that is made in hell, pretty much. They have nothing. They're not going to have any room to sign anybody. They're going to have to make a bunch of cuts. They're going to have a whole bunch of dead cap when it comes to, Bosa. Khalil Mack's had a good season, but maybe Khalil Mack is a cap casualty. I don't know. Mike Williams possibly. There's going to be some cap casualties around here. I'm looking at Sebastian Joseph Day. That's a guy. He hasn't made any impact. Austin Johnson, same. A lot of these guys that they signed a couple of years ago in the offseason, they're going to have to go. They're not making impacts, and they're going to have to pretty much cut bait with a lot of guys who I feel are they have a little bit left in the tank, but they're going to have to cut bait with some of these dudes because the salary cap just does not call for it. So that's number one. Apex Prowler, good to see you. Real welcome back. News brings you back. Thank you, man. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. So that's number one. That's number one, right? The Chargers are going to have to give up draft capital to get Bill Belichick. Number two, people, I don't know if anybody knows or they're just ignoring this. Bill Belichick is making $20 million a year as coach, as head coach. He ain't taking a pay cut to come to LA. He's not taking a pay cut to come to LA. Shit, he'll probably want more money because of the tax situation out here. $20 million a year. Do you guys? And I hear this all the time. I see it all the time. Everybody talks about how cheap the Spanoses are. Do you guys realistically see the Spanos family paying Bill Belichick $20 million a year, right? Not only are you going to have to give up draft picks for him, you're going to have to pay him $20 million a year, right? And that $20 million a year is going to be for the rest of his contract. So if he coaches 1 year and retires, 2 years and retires, he's still going to be owed about $40 million, right? Whatever that is. Do you see the Spanos family paying a retired Bill to get him? It costs too much, $20 million a year, and then that's not even getting into. That's not even really getting into. Oh, can sorry. Mike, let's see what's going on here. Mute my. Am I good now?